What's going on, family? What's going on? What's going down with Chicken? Welcome to another episode of Super Black Comic Book Reviews by Jonathan Soul. Now, I have a fantastic oldie but goodie that I want to introduce to you today. This is the Pact by Paul Louise-Julie. Now, if we go to his website over at monkey.com, that's Midas Monkey with two E's.com, we'll see that this brother has been pretty busy over the last several years. If we go to his books, you'll see that there's a lot of titles that he's been working on. I mean, this brother's damn near one-man shop trying to get out not only his space opera, Johansi, which looks like Volume 3 is available. But he also has the comic book series, The Pact, which is what we're going to focus on today. Now, The Pact is basically a saga about Egyptian werewolves, or Nubian werewolves, technically. And you'll find out why in a second. So this is what we're going to talk about. But I have several. I think I got 2 copies of Johansi 1 and 2. And number 4 of the pack is out. Okay, I don't have that. I have to get that, and I have to pre-order this here. This is something that I'm definitely interested in. I like the print, and for a while print wasn't available. It looks like it is now. So I think this is in the pre-order stage. So we'll definitely do that. All right, let's get into it. So I bought them on iBooks. This is my iPad I'm recording on. There are 3 issues, as you can see. We have introductory. So I'm going to look at issue number 2 because it's a perfect segue between the first and the third. But long story short, 2 brothers, right? Kinte and Neket. And they are ninjas basically in Egypt. But, instead of them calling them ninjas, they're called the shadows. And so, these shadows are basically assassins for the most part. And so they work for the king and they eliminate the king's enemies and so forth. And everything is groovy until the current king dies. The current king dies, and then the new king, his son is crowned. So this is when the 2 brothers decide, hey, we got split. Now, the assassins, the ninjas, they're actually from Nubia, okay, to the south of Egypt. They're Nubians. So as you can see, one of the brothers get bitten by this wolf. Okay, it's not looking too good right now. He's getting bitten by this wolf. He's trying to escape because even if you live in a fancy palace, a slave is still a slave. So we go here and we can see that the new king is being crowned, and here's a little ceremony and so forth. Look at the color palette. Paul writes and draws this. He's a tremendous artist, and so I love the color palette here, all the gold and so forth. It's a beautiful thing. So all right, so let's get into it. So that's basically what we do here. Now, here are 2 brothers that I mentioned before. They're looking at the new king being crowned and so forth. And, just like a lot of his voters, kind of disenchanted. And, all right, so anyway, so that's the gist of it. He escapes, and there's some other drama that happens. I want to get into the Pact. Now, I don't know if you see the interface with the... Oh, by the way, I think I told you guys this is the iBook or Apple Books or whatever. So let me go back. Let's see here. So all right. So anyway, so long story short. All right. Let's see here. So the brothers are escaping after a bloody escape from the pharaoh's stronghold in desert. Kinte now races to the old capital Khufu in order to reunite with his brother Neket. Okay. So that's basically what's going on, and the assassins have been tasked to find and eliminate these 2. Okay, so again, I love the color palette. It's very mad muted on the one hand, and then it gets very glorious on the other hand. All right, so let's see. Now this is gorgeous. Come on now, this is beautiful. Jesus H. Christ, this is beautiful. This is Khufu. This is the old capital of Egypt. You can see the pyramids. Now they say back in the day that the pyramids had white stone I think maybe marble or something on the outside, and then they had like a golden capstone, and they say you could see it from like the horizon, like crazy. All right. So anyway, so this is a nice little touch. You know what I mean? All right. So anyway, so he's looking for his brother. His brother told us, "Yo, meet me at the port." Okay. Made it. Now to find the cat. He might be up there. Focus on focus, brother. He tell himself to focus. Look, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? So he's looking for his brother in this big ass city, and it's a port city, so it's a lot of it's probably more busy than the average city. So he's going through, and I guess he's going through an alley. Is that really a good look? I'm not sure. Uh, and then cling, you know what I mean? So he start fighting. This guy kicks him in the face. That's a nice move. Yeah, man. And then it's his brother. It's his brother. It's his brother. His long lost brother. So anyway, so he tells him that I was delayed because I was captured, but he escaped and everything like that. Now you're thinking, I thought you said this is about werewolves. Well, we get into that. As a matter of fact, just so I'm not too far out of time, the brothers escape. And oh, by the way, there's other shapeshifters in here, but it's just not the werewolves. See that crocodile? Should I show you? I don't know. I think I should just go buy the books. They're not that expensive. You can get them on iTunes, which is where I got them from. I think they're $7 a piece, or you can get them in a variety of forms at Midas Monkey. But just suffice it to say that there are other shapeshifters here, so I'm not going to show you what happened with the crocodile. But basically, the brothers go, and they was able to get a bite to eat. They was able to get a bite to eat and catch up. And again, they're making their way to Nubia. Let's see. Next, I'll be fighting soldiers with my bare hands. I remember all those violent games. They see this. Let's see. I killed them all. I felt like a beast. Kinsey, I don't know. Da, da, da. So he's looking at these guys walking out the bar. That seemed, I don't know, suspicious. Let's see. Let's see. And not just that, I remember dismembering and blah, blah. Kinsey, get down. Oh, snap. Okay, they found them. Oh, shit. They found them. Okay. All right. Oh, no, not the bowman. Oh, shit. 3 arrows. Cross formation, right. Okay, then so these guys are trained. They're trained military too, so they got some tactics they can employ. So long story short, we outside on the rooftop, and this is where the wolf piece comes in. Okay. Now, if y'all remember, in chapter 1, we saw that a wolf attacked. Let me see, which one was it? I guess it was it Kinta or Nick Kinty or anyway, one of the brothers. He attacked him, and we can see that obviously he's starting to transform now. And so, when he's in his bestial state, he doesn't have all of his awareness. Okay. And so what is he doing? His brother isn't clear that he's going through a transformation, but he's trying to fend off the arrows of the enemy, who now is starting to get up on top of the roof so he can get better angle. And now he he's getting attacked by his brother, who's wounded. It looks like mortally wounded, to be honest with you. Okay, so wham. Okay, so it was Kinty that was bitten in the first book. Okay, and so it goes on from there. So two doesn't make a pact. That's why when we go to the third book, we see that they found some compadres. So I think that's something that's heavy. There's a lot of historical fiction in Paul's writing, which you will enjoy. So basically, what I'd like you to do is go to MidasMonkey.com and cop these books, or you can go to Apple Books and buy them as well. Now, also, I have them on Kindle. So if you're one of these folks that, got a variety of platforms that you can choose from. I actually have it on Kindle too. All right. All right. This is Jonathan, jonathansoul.com, where you can come and find out the books that you should add to your collection. Some of these books are for kids. I wouldn't say that the Pact is for kids. I would say the Pact is for teens on up. But there's a lot of books that I recommend that are good for your kids to read, or your nieces and nephews, your cousins' kids. This is what I usually do, buy 'em for the cousins' kids, or to add to your own personal collection because there's a lot of shit going on. It's stressing us out. And I think it's okay to kind of get a little escapism in the sci-fi genre. All right, John the Soul, JohnTheSoul.com. You can follow me on Instagram, on SoundCloud, which is where my podcast is, and that's where you can get the interviews that I do with the artists. And I've actually interviewed Louise-Julie, I think twice. I think this brother's been on the show at least twice. So you just go to johnthesoul.com, click on the podcast button, and this is where you get to know the creators. This is where you get to know the creators. And then, of course, my YouTube channel is where you can find, where you're looking at now. Now, of course, uh, you can go to johnthesoul.com, and then I put everything in one place. So, for example, I just interviewed this brother who did this terrific manga called Void Beast. Werewolves, another werewolf thing. Werewolves, black holes, armies fighting each other, very groovy. Interviewed Chuck Collins, who used to be a New York City bouncer. Now he does this really smart comic called Bounce, where the bouncer is kind of philosophical, and he loves manga and anime. So the bar fights are like these fucking Dragon Ball Z charge up type punches, except he's the African piece, so it's like oh go and strike, what I mean, kind of a thing. It's just crazy. And then a beautiful illustrator named Ashley Woods. She has a very beautiful light style. She did this elf saga called Niobe, She Is Life. And we talk about her, being locked down in quarantine. So it's a lot of groovy stuff that you'll find on jonathansoul.com. All right. Love you guys. Hope all your dreams come true. Peace.